So hello again, it's me post-breakfast the same day I'm filming my Pan That Palette, but right now I'm going to be talking about my makeup inventory, and here it is written in pink. And so, like I stated in the previous video, this is current, February 18th, 2020, but this video is going up in like a week from now because I need to pre-film a lot of things. I'm really behind right now. I did my last inventory in December, but if you didn't see, I did a pretty big declutter, or not pretty big declutter, but I decluttered a couple of things and then I have used up a couple of things. You'd be amazed at how fast you go through products when you're on a no-buy. But yeah, and I also finally found my old stash of makeup from my parents' place. Of course, a lot of it was not usable anymore because it's been a year. Like, there was this there was this ColourPop liquid lipstick in the shade Ambush, and I really wanted, I could not find it. I was looking for it everywhere. I finally found it and I was like, sweet, I'll wear this. And then I smelled it and it smelled really gross because that is at least 2 years old. And so I wasn't even able to wear it once. I swatched it on the back of my hand and it was fine, but after sniffing it, I really did not want to put it on my lips. So yeah, that was really sad. But I was able to scavenge some of the products from there. So yeah, let me just get started. So for primers, I currently have two face primers, so I went up in one. So I did purchase a Wet n Wild primer because it was in like a buy two get one free type of deal, and I didn't realize that it's more expensive than the item I was buying, so that was not the free item. But I'm going to use it because I bought it anyway, and I realized it's for dry skin and I kind of fucked myself over. But if it doesn't work out, I'll just give it to a friend and I'll use sunscreen as primer instead. For eye primers, I currently have one, and I've gone down in two. The two that I don't have anymore are both travel size. I used one up and then the other one sucked. It was the ABH eyeshadow primer, and so many people said good things about it, so I was really excited to be able to finally use my primer after I finished my Urban Decay one. And then I realized that it is not for me. It made eyeshadows on my lids crease when they don't crease without primer, so that was really terrible. And it's not translucent like the Urban Decay one. It leaves like this beige cast, so if you are, you know, darker than the color that comes out of that primer tube, then you're gonna not really have a fun time. It's going to be really noticeable because it was noticeable on me. What shade am I right now? I would say I'm NC 25 to 30 right now. In summer I can go up to 50 in just a matter of a week, so yeah, fun times. But anyway, so right now I only have my full-sized Urban Decay Primer Potion, which is going to last me forever. Moving on to setting powders, I previously had one and now I have two. It was actually the item that I was trying to buy with the Wet n Wild primer, so I got two Wet n Wild translucent setting powders, and they are my favorite setting powders I've ever used, and I bake with them, and then it gets everywhere, but it keeps me matte all day, and I really like it. But again, trying to cut down on the number of items I use in my routine, so I think I'm probably, we'll see how well they work with the new primer, because they work really well with my e.l.f. primer and I'm almost out. So yeah, I have three now. And I still have the Fenty Beauty one, which I'm supposed to be working on, but it's not exactly, I don't really need it because of my new setting powder, so yeah. Okay, moving on to setting sprays, I currently have two. I'm down one because I used it up really recently, and the setting sprays are all the Urban Decay All-Nighter setting sprays. I'm pretty sure I'm going to run out before the end of my no-buy, so yeah, we'll see how well setting sprays work, but I'm pretty sure they work. really well on me because I forgot to one time and my makeup just was not really looking that good on my face by the end of the day. For for brows, I divided it into multiple categories like the primers. So for brow pencils, I have 4, so I went down 1. I actually used up more than 1 brow pencil. I used up 2. So, but then because I didn't like update this in between, when I got that pencil, it was like there's so little left. There was like enough for 2.5 days worth of application. So yes, was only able to do 1 brow with that pencil, and then I had to find my other brow pencil to finish the other brow. It was a sad day. But yeah, so I technically used up 2, but it doesn't reflect in my numbers, so I can only say I used up 1 since the last update, or the difference is 1. For brow tints, I still have that 1, and it's brown, so I don't know how I'm going to use that up. I'm probably going to have to find a friend to give it to. So for brow mascaras, I have 3. Previously had 3, so there's no change in that. It's the same 3. And for pomades, I have 0 right now. I went down 1, so unless I get another one in the future, which I highly doubt, this number, I'm just going to disregard this category. So basically I had the ColourPop pomade, and it kind of dried out on me because it's not that new. It's kind of old, so I'm gonna get rid of it because I didn't really like it. I feel like it was almost too harsh looking on me, and I prefer more natural brows, even though I know my brows don't look that natural on my face, but that's just my preference. So, and it dried up, so I didn't want to revive it. Okay, moving on to mascaras for your lashes. Earlier I made a mistake and thought that I was already talking about mascaras for my lashes, and I had to edit it out so you guys won't see it. But for lash mascara, I have 3. I previously had 4, so I used up 1. And my friend and I actually swapped mascara, so I gave her one of my heroin make ones and the cleanser with that you need to remove it properly with it, and she gave me an Honest Beauty mascara. Moving on to bronzers, I currently have 7, and I dropped down 1. So I actually decluttered 2 bronzers, and then I found my old makeup stash, like I was saying, and I got 1 bronzer back, which I'm not too mad about because it's a really good bronzer for the summertime, and I was just thinking in my head, like, what am I going to contour my face with in the summer? So now I know. I'm not mad about that because for bronzers, I didn't split it into categories, but I like to do 2 when I do bronze my face. I go in with 1 to contour and then like a bronzer on top, like more satiny bronzer on top. Moving on to blush, I have 4. I previously had 4. I did declutter 1. It was like a cream blush and bronzer duo, so that's how I got rid of 2 at the same time. And then I got back, basically it was a face palette that had like a highlighter, a blush, and a bronzer in it, so my numbers haven't changed, but the products have changed. So for highlighters, I also gained 1 from last time because of that face palette. So it was the Femme Rosa palette from ColourPop that I had previously in like the end of 2018. Damn, that was such a long time ago, but it's really pretty and I don't mind having it back because it's really nice packaging and I can use that for traveling. Okay, for lips, I split it up into categories because I have a ton of categories. So for lip gloss, I have 6. I'm down 2 because I got rid of 1 because it was so gross and it had separated, and then I got rid of another one because it was old. So yeah, I didn't use them up, but that just goes to show that you need to use up your makeup products before they expire. For lip crayons, I have 0. I had 1, but then the color was just too light and it didn't look good on my lips, so I'm gonna give it to my mom like I said in my declutter video. For lip oils, I'm down to 0 because I had 2 lip oils from Ulta and they made my lips feel funny, so, and they smelled funny and kind of like gave me a headache when I had them on because I have a really sensitive nose. I can smell when I have something on me. So I got rid of both of them. One of them is not open yet, but I don't want to keep returning stuff to Ulta, so I'm going to gift it to someone. I just need to figure out who. The poor sucker. So I know plenty of people like the lip oils. It's just not for me. For liners, I have one. No change in that. It's taking me forever to use it up. It's just a liner. I think in the future I'm probably just going to purchase a nude lipstick, and if I want crazy colors, I'm just gonna get liners so I get my money's worth. For lip tints, I have 2. I had 3 previously, so I gave one away in a Christmas present. For lipsticks, though, I have 3 now. In my previous video, I had to rewatch it before this because I don't write down the numbers like an idiot. But now I am, so hopefully I don't have to go through the trouble of watching a video again. I did have one in the last update, but I didn't count it because I thought it had fallen into my trash can and got lost in the abyss. In reality, it had just rolled under my desk, and it was really small. It was like this big. So I found it, and then I also obtained another lipstick from my old collection. It's just a mini though. It's a MAC Velvet Teddy mini, and then I was gifted a lipstick for Christmas, which is the Lipstick Queen Frog Prince lipstick. I got it from my friend who, I can't believe she remembered this from October, but we were going to Ulta to look for the Lipstick Queen lipsticks because they were on sale, and we couldn't find it at that one, so we just gave up. But I can't believe she remembered that I really wanted one of those. And yeah, that was really nice of her. Okay, and so the total number of lip products that I have right now is 12, which means I have gone down 3. I should have gone down a lot more, but that lipstick category. I'm not too worried though because 2 of them are minis, and lipstick does tend to last a while. For eyeliners, I currently have 7. I keep forgetting to add numbers to this, but I didn't use any up, and I got one after I told my friend about it, and she just had this untouched MAC, it's not a paint pot, but gel liner sitting around, and so she gave it to me, and it's in the color that I like too, so that was really nice of her. I have so many pen liners that I'm kind of worried about being able to finish eyeliners, so I'm probably going to have to give away some of the pen liners to friends just so I don't waste the product. This is what I get for hoarding, and then people know that I like that category, and then I get more. For eyeshadows, talking about palettes, I currently have 6, so I dropped 1, and this does include my, what's it called? My magnetic palette with like depotted shadows and also singles in it. And then I only have 1 single that's not in a palette because it comes in its own container. But if we were to talk about the number of singles I have, I have 8 total. For loose eyeshadows, I had 1, but I have 0 now because I don't have glitter glue, and I'm not going to go out of my way to buy glitter glue just for that one product, especially since it's a ColourPop product. So I'm probably going to give it to the friend that gave me the eyeliner. And my total number of shadows is 81, and I'm down 22 eyeshadows. I know I'm down a lot because I decluttered one of my palettes, but 22? Okay, I think what happened was I thought that this palette that I decluttered, or am decluttering, had 25 shades instead of just 20, so that's probably where that number comes from. But right now I have 81 eyeshadows, and one of them isn't actually an eyeshadow, it's a concealer. It's in this Huda Beauty palette. It's a concealer. I don't know why they put it in a palette because it's a terrible idea. and without like a seal or something over it to prevent it from drying out. But I'm still going to count that as a shadow because it's easier to just include it because it is a shadow and I don't use it as a concealer. I just don't even use it. So yeah, I dropped in every category except setting powders and highlighters, but I didn't buy it. Wow, that's impressive. I'm hoping the next update will be in June. Maybe, yeah, probably the end of June because my birthday's in June. Here's what I'm hoping will happen, or what I am almost 100% sure will happen. I will probably have at least one less face primer because I'm almost out anyway. One less setting powder, hopefully. At least have used up at least 2 brow pencils because I go through those really quick, and I have one that's on its last legs. But I'm also hoping to use up one of my brow mascaras because I have 3 of them. Let's see, what else? I'm hoping to use up at least one of my bronzers by then. It's also like, I had to buy another brush to be able to put it in the pan to get product. So it's also a deluxe size mini, so it's not very big. Hoping to be down 1 blush too by June. This year I'm just going through a blush phase, and if I weren't on this no buy, I would have a ton of e.l.f. blushes, I'm pretty sure. So hopefully down 1 blush. Highlighters, yeah, that's not gonna happen by June, but I'm pretty sure by the end of the year I'm gonna be out of a lot of highlighters. I'm hoping to eliminate more of my lip glosses because I am more of a lip balm person now. I prefer tinted lip balms. They're not more moisturizing, but they're moisturizing, and I feel like they're slightly better for your lips, and it doesn't look all sticky and stuff. When the wind blows, it doesn't like get hair stuck in your lips. That's like one of the most annoying things I found about lip gloss, and it looks more natural. So yeah, I'm hoping by June to be down at least 2 more lip glosses, but we'll see. Maybe get really close on my lip liner, but it's a bright red lip liner, so that's hard. My lip tints are just gonna last forever, so it's whatever. Lipstick, hopefully use up 1. My eyeliners, by June I feel like I would have to switch liners, so I'll probably be down 1 in that department. Oh, and I have to rehome some of my eyeliners so that they don't expire and just go to waste. So I'm probably going to give 1 to one of my friends, and then yeah, a friend from school, and then my friend who we constantly swap makeup with, and don't worry, they're new. So yeah, maybe I'll be down 3 eyeliners at that point, which is fine with me because I have the gel eyeliner, like I said. For palettes, I just want to hit pan, really. I'm going to try not to buy any new palettes this year because I just don't think I need it, and I go through eyeshadow so slowly. So what I think is going to happen is that you know, if I do find myself running out of eyeshadow in like a certain color, for me, the only thing I could think of possibly happening, and I don't think it's going to happen at this point, is using up all my cream shadows. I could just buy a single. It's not that hard. But yeah, I'm going to try not to buy any eyeshadows for the rest of this year. We'll see. I'm planning on going to Asia in January of next year, so my no buy will be over by then, but we'll see what I do over there. And yeah, anyway, that's everything. I hope you enjoyed this video, and thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!